Hello, everybody, and welcome to Endcast episode 29. Yep, this time I got it right.
29.
Over here, as you can see on the right side, I think it'd be the right or left, I forgot where, because I'm trying a new format here.
I think it's
Orvin.
right. I don't know which one you decide to put it on, but... Yeah.
If mine's on the left, then it'd be my left? Yeah. Yeah, on the left is the news and the new format. We're actually using the MacBook Pro to record the screen where you will see notes and all that stuff. And the news itself, and then of course Orvin over there with my wife's iPad on a beta, so Orvin might not have a video at the end of this.
Oh.
But we'll see.
I really hope it doesn't do what it did last time where it just cuts it out. Because I guess it's just, you're just by yourself.
True. But anyway, we have a setup here that's kind of thrown together in just a spare moment, but let's do this. So for the new peeps, we talk about tech first for 10-15 minutes or so, and then we go into video games for another 10-15, and the games we played together with other articles for another 10-15. So around 30 to 45 minutes per episode. So welcome, strap on, and let's do this. First, let's talk about the shattered dreams, the disappointment, the delusion, the sadness. The Apple Card is not 100% titanium, people.
Oh no. Oh, shoot.
I'm sorry, that chip.
The horrors.
It is 90% according to Cold of Mac, which is...
It's probably not even that, to be honest.
They reported.
They just rounded it up.
Rounded up, yeah. Bloomberg apparently, and then Cold of Mac reported on it that apparently, someone took it to a professional and they found out that it is 90% titanium and 10%, I think, plastic. Ugh, plastic. What a shame.
Where's the plastic coming from?
That's what I was surprised when I read 90% titanium. I'm like, okay, makes sense. Where's the aluminum or for the chip and stuff or the ink?
Yeah.
And then they're like, plastic. And I'm like, plastic? Where's the plastic?
Unless they have like a thin layer of plastic and then they sandwich that plastic with the aluminum.
It could be. That could probably be. But I've heard that they say be careful with the white coloring of it because it can come off. And if it were plastic, like stick to the titanium,
that's
maybe. But I don't know. Just interesting.
It is confusing. And then there's a quote in the article that we have up there that, however, according to the UC Berkeley,
Mineralogist.
Mineralogist. Yeah.
I never said that word in my life.
I know.
That's the first time I ever said that.
Hans-Rudolf Wenk, the Apple Card is actually only 90% titanium. The rest of the is aluminum and broken dreams. Although permanently aluminum.
Oh, it is aluminum.
Dang, these words, I need help.
That's fine. That's like you could say aluminium or aluminum, depending on your culture.
Yeah, there's those people that are very anal about that.
Yeah. The other thing is, people, that I have to just dump it out there because I get excited. So Time Magazine, of course, posted this, and everybody knows it. The announcement's been out. September 10th is the Apple conference at their headquarters at Steve Jobs Theater. And so, yeah, pretty much we'll see what the rumors were saying, if they're true or not. I'm personally super excited, and I'm all for the triple camera. Like, if they can improve camera quality, that's all I need.
Well, don't forget about Apple Arcade as well. They're probably going to announce. Arcade. Yeah, they're probably going to talk in a deeper setting about that.
Yeah, we'll see how they do. Because what I'm most excited about, yes, Apple Arcade, because I'm going to be reviewing lots of those games, creating YouTube content for it and stuff, seeing what they offer.
And then I could play a controller on it, and it'll be
And then we'll finally be able to have official support for the controllers. Only, I did find out that it is through Bluetooth, so...
Yeah, it is.
It won't work on It won't work on these Elite ones that I think I have. Because that one, I think, on the PC might operate... No, I think it's through the dongle, if I remember right. But anyway, I know the Xbox One Series 2, the Elite controller, will have Bluetooth, so that one will. I don't know if the Astra does, or the current one for sure doesn't. Yeah. But I'll probably have the Series 2 by that time, so it won't be an issue, but it's exciting. The other thing was, apparently they're going to release... Have you ever heard of Tile?
Tile?
So, like, those things that have Bluetooth, it's like a keychain, and you just attach it to your keychain or put it in somewhere, and it'll give you a Bluetooth signal as to where your item is.
I've never heard of that, but I heard of the concept before. I know there's other people that have done something like that.
Yeah, the Apple is releasing their own apparently,
which is awesome. Those things are really nice to have.
Yep, and apparently what it'll do is just piggyback off Bluetooth signals off Apple devices. So it could be your AirPods. If you lose them,
well, they kind of have a system already going like that with your phone or to your watch.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you're far enough away from being disconnected from it, then it will tell you on your watch that you're not connected. You're like, oh crap, I forgot my phone.
Yeah, sort of like that, but it'll work with everything Apple related.
Yeah.
The kind of the Apple Garden gets better and better with
and then they probably have that
walls
tied to your card as well. Somehow.
I was thinking like the titanium cards, like, and then they say, and by the way, it works with your Apple Card. And then all this nerd juice goes everywhere.
Well, yeah, if you forget your card, then they'll tell you you don't have your card on you, and then and then so you can either just instantly cancel it, or you're not cancel, but like pause or freeze it. Mm-hmm. So then you're like, no one can.
I think it'll be great. I think because I love Tile. The thing I didn't like about Tile was the way it did it. It just sent it through the internet unencrypted, if I remember right, or something.
Yeah.
And it just felt kind of like, And then not being able to replace the battery on it was kind of lame. But then Apple's probably going to release it without a replaceable battery. Lame. And then I'll just say I like it.
And it's Apple doing that too. Apple's really not good at giving out products that are replaceable. That's true with a
replaceable battery. Only the Tile, but we'll see. It depends on how low power it is. Because Tile lasted a year, I think, of continuous use.
Yeah. And
I can see spending a year to go get a new one. But Apple being all about it, well, they'll probably just going to say, come recycle it. But anyway, I'm excited for that. Of course, Apple Arcade. Apple TV Plus, I'm a little worried still that I'm like, Apple, as much as I respect you guys, you got to face reality that Disney Plus and all these other competitive streaming services are so high up there that you can't start low. You have to come in with a bang. And we'll see what they do. If they do like
go big or you go home. That's how they say it.
Pretty much. But anyway, and the people, for real, these articles, I always read these articles saying no 5G for this year's iPhone, and I'm like, people, like, I don't even have it in my state, and most people I know, maybe 1 out of 10 people have 5G capability or signal around their place, so who cares about 5G right now?
Wait, what, are you stating that for, like, a certain phone?
Yes, no, so the iPhone's not going to have 5G this year, which I'm like, duh, it makes sense.
Yeah, and then they also mentioned with the Galaxy, the Samsung Galaxy Fold, they actually mentioned 5G for that one as well.
Oh yeah, and then they're releasing it. I think it's lower down. People, it's tap that one. Samsung Galaxy Fold to launch in Korea, according to Gizmodo. By the way, Gizmodo is the people that did the iPhone 4 prototype thing back in the day, and they got disbanded by Apple, and they hate them. But anyway, so apparently, I just read today. I got a notification right before the podcast started that the Samsung Galaxy Fold pre-orders have been reimbursed, and you get a $250 bonus or whatever because of your hassle, at least in the United States. But if you're in Korea, September 6th, you get to use it.
Yeah, that's really nice.
The whole thing with so have you read where you could peel off the screen because it looked like it was a screen protector?
Yeah, that was the problem a lot of people were having, and they would do that, and it would freaking ruin their phone, and so then they had to go back, redesign it so people wouldn't.
Now on the image, yeah, it's all the way to the edge, like you can barely. But for me, it's just.
That's just
who was the designer who said, let's just leave the edge for like easiness sake? It seems lazy, seems kind of like. Haven't you used the phone before? Any average consumer, but then again, they probably were thinking only pros are going to get this phone. Like, only the really high-end tech nerds.
Yeah. You probably, like started to peel it, and then you notice, oh, wait, you're not supposed to take that off, but you already did it, so it just kind of ruined it already.
It was a flaw, nonetheless.
Yeah.
The other article I wanted to... What the fetch? So, like, for some reason, the news app just crashed. The application news can't be opened right now. People, so this is the thing. Catalina needs to fix the migrated iOS to fetch, and I'll probably have to edit this part off the main video. Yep, I'm gonna have to because I'm showing everything. But the audio will keep going.
Yeah.
The news app crashed. The thing. So I just gotta bash Apple for a little bit here. Their Apple to Their iOS to Mac apps are just, compared to Apple's level of quality, they're just garbage. They crash all the time. They barely work, and if you use them by themselves, they work fine. But if you don't, like I'm just doing right now, like we literally just lost all the news there. It just sucks. It's crap. That's why I was doubting to use this, but whatever. We'll just have to read it off here, and I can't show you the full article, but yay, let's go.
You could just grab my phone and then do it that way.
I know, it's just the computer. We use the iPad all the time.
Oh.
And it's a lot more stable than those apps. But the thing is, it's all just the whole future of having news quit unexpectedly. Would you like to reopen? No, thanks. So, the future of when Apple wants to have all their iOS apps work on Mac and vice versa. So, news in home, they're in, Market and Maps are kind of using that foundational code for that version. So, it's supposed to work on both without much tweaking. And so they did that with a news app on Mojave, and the latest one supposedly is going to be improved, but it's unstable.
Yeah, usually when they supposedly improve things, usually it takes them a while to fix out all the bugs for that improvement.
Pretty much. At least it started with that, but we're trying to use it here. But
yeah.
Anyway, peeps, the other thing was
going off of the Samsung one, the one that I posted out for that Samsung and Microsoft are developing a phone together, in the sense of Microsoft kind of helping them with the software to be able to connect through to be able to connect to Windows. So it says here that Microsoft officially said that Galaxy Book S was developed in partnership with Microsoft and Qualcomm, and will include built-in LTE connectivity and connectivity between phones and PC using Microsoft's Your Phone technology.
Yeah, they want to make what Apple's been doing with their Mac and iOS synchronization.
Which is definitely... So Samsung and Microsoft, this is not their first time working together. Microsoft has made apps to put in for Samsung's iOS system that automatically, when you just have the phone, it starts off with one of these apps, like in Apple products, you have already pre-installed apps.
Yeah.
So they had that, and because Samsung, when they were developing some of their apps, were not really reliable and had a lot of complaints, and then
Microsoft news app.
So Microsoft teamed up with them and to do that, and now they're teaming together to progress forward to making it so you can connect your PC with your phone, which I've tried doing that before with the current your app or your phone app that they have. And I couldn't do it, and it's mainly because every time they send out a text message that you're supposed to be able to have on your do on your phone, and then you accept it and everything, it would never send it, and I was always having issues. And even when I think eventually I did get to connect it, but it really didn't do much.
Yeah, I tried it too before.
Yeah, it's just...
I tried to make...
it was having a lot of issues.
Even my Note 7, I tried to make it work with Windows. I was like, hey, I'm going to see what's the equivalent on
and maybe
Windows.
It was just because I have an iPhone that it just didn't want to cooperate with that. But yeah, that's really cool to hear that they're connecting the Windows with the phones, and that would open up opportunities for future uses for... probably either streaming, from your PC to your phone, and be able to connect your desktop to, was it a capture for your from your desktop to your phone?
Yeah.
And so you'd be able to control your desktop using your phone.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying that's what they're planning on doing. I'm just saying that opens up an opportunity to do something similar to that.
Yeah, I actually like a lot of the features like that. I'll copy something on my phone, and then on the Mac I'll just and then I'll just Command V, which is paste, and literally I could just copy anything from my phone, and within a second I can paste it on the Mac.
Or you can go on and type out on their Word that they have there, and then just do a whole essay thing or whatever it may be, and then you can transfer that to your phone. Or you're sitting there somewhere else outside of your house, you wanted to type something down, and then you can be able to go home and transfer that in a better, meaningful way. I guess there's different ways that you can use apps. Through apps you can transfer.
Like there's photo apps on iOS right now. You can take an image and then immediately send it on. There's an actual tab here. Click on something and then paste from iPhone. It'll paste the picture.
And they did say that they wanted to connect, use it, the what is it, the OneDrive, using OneDrive to do some of that as well.
Yeah, like
connecting them together.
Yeah. I'm hoping for it because Windows needs it. Honestly, that's
Windows. Well, also Samsung needs it too. Like they both need it, and so them partnering up is smart.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that they're doing good because they realize that because that's the main thing that I mean that's what kind of like breaks people, separates them. It's I like the freedom of using my services to sync my products around or Apple's, which they give it to you.
Yeah.
And of course, I just prefer Apple's because it just works. And Android, I'll have sometimes it doesn't work. Kind of like Windows, you have to tweak it all over the place to make it work the way you want it. So Windows and Samsung and Microsoft, I think it's good.
But if they do this, I might change Richard
to Samsung.
I might try it out. We'll see.
As long as it works.
If there's good reviews on it and it's working really well without a bunch of bugs and stuff, and it works seamlessly, then I might consider getting that.
Because then you can sync everything. Because I think they tried sort of a push on iOS, but I don't remember if it was because of their resources or because iOS was too locked down that they quit. I didn't follow the story on that. When they try to make it so you could get lots of stuff from Windows to your iPhone through an app. But we'll see. Anyway, peeps, that's tech for you. Let's move in. We're at the 17-minute mark. We'll move into video games. And honestly, what the fetch is this? Did you do this?
Maybe. I posted it out for... You're talking about the Gears?
Like right below that, here are all the surprising video games coming to Xbox Game Pass, and there's like a bunch of text.
Yes, I did post that out because it's just giving you a list of all the games that are coming out with the Game Pass this September.
Okay, well, people, you can read it or something because, we can't even show it to you anyway because of the news app. It now works, but I don't want to edit it much, so...
Yeah, that's all.
The first thing is the articles by Kotaku. 18 years later, we got the perfect Halo action figure. I can't show you because of the stupid thing. Well, I'm going to try it. Double tap it, see what happens. Oh, it opens a web tab. That's fine. Anyway, here it is. Kotaku shows us Master Chief. I don't know, like, what's so special about it. It's $125. I mean, definitely it's a collector's item in a sense.
Yeah, you posted that there, and I was like...
the reason is
interesting.
I've seen so many toys, so I haven't held this. Definitely the pictures show an image of like high quality build.
Yeah.
The ones that I've had before were kind of just funky toys that you have.
Well, I've seen you have this one that you just have sitting there posing or whatever in your room.
Master Chief, I need to get him in here. Why is he not in here?
Yeah, I thought because I remember last time seeing him in your room.
Yeah.
Maybe Joseph stole it.
Maybe.
But that one, it wasn't that bad of quality. But I think this one has just more things like attached, like swords and other.
My wife bought me Master Chief from Halo 5. Where is he? It came with an assault rifle.
Yeah.
Just like Gears Pop right there.
Yeah.
My wife buys me all these cool things and they're toys, so I just like put them into my stash of forgotten memories.
Yeah, maybe on stream you should play with toys.
Oh, that sucks. Right after this, I'm gonna go look for that thing with her.
And then you just get a toy of Master Chief and then one of like Don, and then you just have them fight each other.
Exactly. So people, moving on. If you want to buy it, go ahead. If I had an extra spare 125, I didn't have anything else to do with my time. Yeah, sure, I'll buy it. So anyway, the games for Xbox Game Pass, Dead Cell. I just want to comment on it. It's a actually interesting game that I've been wanting to get into, but just recently came out for iOS. It was delayed like 2 weeks to a whole month almost, I think. But I'm surprised they actually released it today for the Xbox Game Pass. And people, of course, Metal Gear Solid HD Edition. At least I'm just talking about the ones that I am interested in, 2 and 3. And I think that's all the ones I was interested in.
Yeah, well, they
besides Gears.
There's another thing that they posted there as well. It says for the Xbox Game Pass for PC, the following titles are coming to Xbox Game Pass for PC in September, and that includes Bad North and Creation in the Well, Dead Cells, Enter the
Gungeon or Gungeon?
Gungeon. I think that's how you pronounce that. And then also Gears 5. And then September 10th, they're doing Shadow War 2 and Blueberry Edition. What is it? Goner Blueberry Edition.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck that is, but I know that. But yeah, hearing that though, they're coming to the PC, and me having PC, and I have the Game Pass there. It's nice to see that they're adding more to that.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was telling you about Metro Exodus. Like, it came out, and they keep adding to the PC also. I think they do add, like, every week or two they add to the Xbox, and the PC gets, like, every week after that.
The biggest problem, though, for me is it's downloading them. Like, I only have so much I can download, or else I go over.
Yeah.
And then I'm paying extra. And I don't
well, PlayStation Now, you can stream them.
But
But they're PlayStation games. They're not the PC version of the game. So
it don't matter to me.
So definitely the Xbox Game Pass does give you the PC version of it.
Yeah, so I definitely wanted to maybe give one of those games like Shadow War 2. I was kind of interested in wanting to try that one. I don't know about the other games though. I never really heard much of them. I think Dead Cells. I remember hearing about that one.
What about Overwatch on the Switch? October 15th.
I saw the article and all of the YouTube videos about it, and I was like, I don't need to read these. I don't care.
Dude, you can play it there, man, on the Switch.
I don't got a Switch, so it don't matter to me, and I don't even want to play Overwatch. Like, even on PC, I'm not really feeling the need. Even though they changed it to 222 roll lock, it's just...
Too late? Too little too late?
Yeah, it's a little too late for me. It's just they put it in, and during the prime when I was playing it, I was in college, and I played the living crap out of that. Affected my grades. And then after college, I was just like, okay, I'm kind of done with this game. And I went back to playing some other games, and then I never really can go back to it.
For me too, I feel like it was a little, because your hardcore competitive is probably already... Mm-hmm. I mean, there's always an influx of them, but I feel like the climax kind of just went by and it's behind us now. At least people that like grind the heck out of it.
Yeah, there's just certain games when it comes to it's super team based, meaning that without your teammates you are nothing really. Yeah. And people want to act like you are, like, oh, I'm this big shot, and then they bash on their teammates because they're not doing whatever. I'm like, dude, you're nothing without them though. Like, don't bash on the people that make you actually win the game.
Yeah. So
it's kind of frustrating at moments, or a lot frustrating at moments, when you have a team that just is not cooperating, or even just one person just going off killing themselves and just not doing what the common sense of the game is. Like, how long have you been playing this game? You should already know this. Where it's like, if the rest of your team's dead, you don't just go in there and die. Yeah. You wait for them, and it's frustrating with that when you have to deal with the people like that. And the Q roll lock is nice with that, but the problem is they're still having issues with matchmaking you into your proper ranking, or I should say, when you do placement matches, your placement is wrong. Okay. There's people that are getting placed in diamond, and they're like a silver player, or people that are like up in the that are like master level, at like a DPS, and then they get placed on like their tank role at a really high because it's relating to that. But those are not the same roles. Like, if you're a master in DPS, you're not going to be a master in tank or healer. And so they're not placing properly, and so they're trying to fix that, and it's really causing issues still in doing that, and so it's still not optimized enough for me to really consider it.
Okay. Well, Overwatch, at least it'll get a nice influx of chubby-chicked 12-year-old blonde kids.
Why are they blonde?
It's just that's the first thing I thought when I saw it for the Switch. I'm like, okay, yep, there goes all the
it just puts in more.
When I'm not gonna play Fortnite as a little 10-year-old, I'm gonna play Overwatch.
Yeah, it's just the player base for bronze and silver is just gonna increase with this.
Code Vein people, there's a free demo. Just letting you know, I'm interested in that game. The reason why I'm sharing it here is because I've been following it for a while and I want to play it. But there's a free demo on Xbox One, PS4. By the way, if you want some new body washes and deodorants...
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Looked...
Xbox has it on sale now, which I'm actually going to go ahead and today and probably just buy one just for the sake of having one and showing it on stream.
Oh, well, don't forget to mention that it happens in Australia and New Zealand is where they're doing it, though.
Ah, the sale. You're right. Crap,
Yeah.
not in the U.S.
So it's only happening there right now.
Yeah.
So if you're there and you live there, that's nice. Get that.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This article, I read it, and it's quite short, but I was just like, why did we even have to write an article about this GameSpot? It said, Call of Duty Modern Warfare developers explain Battle Royale decision. And I was like, don't you realize it's the same publisher? They're not going to eat off each other's revenue. Like, Black Ops 4 is going to keep the Battle Royale, and Modern Warfare is not going to have a Battle Royale. Because then most people will just say, oh, new Battle Royale. Because the Call of Duty mentality, the new one. And of course, you have your people that stay on the legacy ones. But those are a minority. We're talking about the majority of the Call of Duty people just go to the next.
Plus, I feel like with this one, they're trying to bring it back. And with that decision, if they brought in the Battle Royale into it, it's not really doing that.
Yep.
They're kind of like contradicting themselves by doing that.
And it's just, I'm like, it just makes sense that it's not going to have one. And so, I don't know. I feel like the guy being interviewed, at least if I were there, I'd be like, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and it would split the player base even more and dividing them up.
Yep. And this is kind of like, technically it is their, like, guys, we're still top dog here. You still want
still
Call
got
of
it in
Duty.
control. Even though we're burning, we're on fire, but we got it in control.
Yeah, they are. I was just surprised Black Ops 4, even though it got so much crap about the microtransactions, it still managed to make more money this year.
Dude, that's the thing that pisses me off. People complain so much about it, but yet they're still getting tons of revenue. Like, remember Halo 5?
Yeah.
Like, people complain so much about the microtransactions that they have in it, but it got the more money in Halo 5 than it has ever in any of its other games.
Yep.
And like, if you complain about it, do something about it. Don't just complain. Like, that's the way in today's world is. We complain a lot, but we don't do anything about it.
Yeah, I pretty much I never invested any more money into.
I never invested anything. I'm like, if I like the game, I'll invest into it.
Yeah.
If I don't like the game and I think it's my microtransactions are stupid, I don't put any money in it.
Yep,
Simple as that.
And like I'm just gonna go on record, people. I deleted all my battle royales.
Oh,
They're all gone. I just I'm going back to
Fortnite?
the OG.
Fortnite?
Yep, I even deleted that one yesterday. Last night when I was doing the video.
I'm proud of you.
It's gone. Battle royales are gone out of my life because I don't dislike the genre. It's just I'm bored of it. I'm done. Like I've been playing it for long enough. I'm ready to go back to the OG roots.
Maybe you might still keep the phone version of
PUBG? Yeah, that one's still in there. That one, yeah, I'll keep it, whatever. But I probably won't play it. Because with Apple Arcade, I'm going to be diving into those puppies.
That's true, that is.
I have enough memory, though. I don't need to worry about room. But I'll keep it probably just.
Yeah, same thing with, I bought the phone off you and you had it like 256 or something like there on there? And yeah, dude, I haven't had issues.
So that's the thing
so
I like
nice.
about it. Yeah, it's like, if you want to delete something, it's because you're bored of it, not because you have to get rid of it.
No, like, with my old phone, I had it only at, 16 gigabytes?
Yeah, I think that's
dude, that
the
was the most frustrating thing. But that's because they screwed me up, and I was supposed to be 32, and the people lied to me, dude. That still boils my blood. But yeah, that was so freaking frustrating.
It's
like, what game do I want to play? What game don't I want to play? I want
to
to play both of those, but I gotta pick one. Which one do I like better?
Which one do I want more than the other one?
Exactly. And then you'd be like, hey, dude, play this game. I'm like, you don't understand. I can't just play that game. I have to delete this, and I haven't finished beating it yet. And so I have to delete it. And then
hard
do
days. It's like, yeah, those phones, man. Another thing, though, that I wanted to talk about that was kind of interesting. Did you know Ninja streamed Gears 5 Tuesday? And then yesterday a little bit. But
well, I know he's on
like 3-4 hours.
Mixer now, and I would assume that he would stream it. I didn't know he streamed it that soon, though.
Yeah, he got it early, and so apparently, not directly from any mouth, not directly from Mixer, not directly from Ninja, it's just representatives of some division from Mixer has said that he more than likely got and some professionals have said that he more than likely just got an early copy review so he could play it and show it off to people. Mm-hmm. But me, honestly, I personally just see it as it is part of his contract. Let's call it like that. Like, I don't care.
That's the way I saw it. Then you said that, I'm like, oh, it's because
I wasn't mad. Some people are mad saying he's because apparently Mixer says on their facts page or whatever that all streamers are free to stream whatever they want. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's not written in his contract that he'll stream Gears and Halo when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like word to word, probably it is. Like it's there. It just makes sense. He's gonna stream Microsoft official titles, even if they didn't ask him to, because they sent him an early copy. He's gonna be like, yeah, I did sign a contract with him, so I'm gonna stream their game. It doesn't say play this or die.
Also, like, you get a free game early, you know there's going to be tons of people wanting to watch that. And then, like, you don't just like, oh, I'll just wait, put that on the back burner. I'm like, no, you take the opportunity and then you get the revenue. Like,
kind of like World of Warcraft Classic.
Even if he is under contract or not, I think anybody would do the same thing.
Yeah. And, like, it's a big title from the company that, like, sponsoring you. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Good vibes. And then the whole World of Warcraft Classic, he's streaming that too. Apparently he's never played it, if I remember right. But
yeah, I played. Remember that time that we played together?
Yeah.
And you can play it for free up to level 20.
Yep.
And then we learned that, like, pretty much after level 20 is when it actually
yeah,
gets
like
fun.
Everything below 20 is like useless.
Yeah, like it just felt like it's really not that fun. It's kind of boring. And then, then you hear other people, like, say, oh, yeah, like, after level 20 is when it actually gets better. You're like, well, I want to put money in it, though.
Exactly. It's like I wanted to taste that at least a little bit before I put more time into
Even
it.
at level 20, you started feeling it, like, once you started getting up there, but it just ends and cock blocks you. Like,
exactly.
Aww.
And he's playing it, and I think it just makes sense. Like, you can call him a sellout that he's just doing it because it's, like, the popular thing.
Well,
it's
technically already is. With just the mixer, like,
yeah,
that's selling out. But at the same time, it's a smart move, in my opinion, just for the fact that what Twitch has become. Like, it has a lot of gamer girls on there that are not really gamer girls. They're more cleavage girls. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was turning into some other crazy, and they had a bunch of things, and they weren't consistent, where it's like, this person shows this person shows this person gets banned, this one doesn't. Like, they both show the same thing, but one's getting banned and the other one isn't. It's because of bias.
That's the other article I have here. Apparently, on Twitch it says Fortnite star Tfue used a racial slur again, and Twitch won't talk about it. According to Verge. And then I saw the video, and yeah, he said the N-word on the stream, and it's been 2 days and nothing's happened.
Didn't PewDiePie like say that on a stream once?
Then
he got tons of flack for that, and I'm like, dude. That's every gamer in the world. Like, everyone will eventually either say that word or a different word.
Yeah.
And the fact that he just allowed it to slip on stream because you just kind of, you get used to it.
And I just find that...
And you hear it all the time, too.
And I understand, like, definitely, like, have the rule, whatever, because it can be used in a negative sense. But, like, in Guatemala, like, no one cares for the N-word. Like, no one blinks an eye if you say it. They laugh because, oh, yeah, it's an American thing.
Well, even on games, no one blinks an eye when they hear that.
Yeah, and in the games themselves, I do understand his position, though, but, like, the whole thing with...
Oh, yeah, with your own experience.
It's
like, funny.
It's kind of like, for me, though, yeah, they ban others, so that's the thing I don't like, that they'll ban smaller streamers for using it if it slips out.
Mm-hmm.
But him, he's got a kind of a free grace period in a sense. But honestly, for me, it's like if it slips out once in a while, it's like whatever, man. Who cares? I wouldn't even ban him. I'd be like, okay, did he say it within a week, within a month after? Did it happen again? It didn't. Okay, good. Let it go.
Yeah, and some of these things that like don't even get flack for that, or they do get flack. To be honest, not as worse as probably what Dr. Respected. and he didn't even like he was still there.
Yeah.
Which I understand that there's mistakes and everything, but
yeah, that's
if you really put your if you really think about it, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, Dr. Disrespect's his mistake. I think it's more.
You weren't thinking about it at the time, but then when you really think about it, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, because there's like the production, the video, and like instead the stuff that comes out of your mouth in the heat of the moment.
But that's what I think is
right
there should be a forgiving thing, like. Like maybe you're kind of suspended for a little bit and then you're given a free grace period. If you do the same thing again, then you could possibly just get banned.
Yeah, I agree.
But there's some people that just one mistake and boom, they're gone.
Yeah, I'd say that's the way I'd do it. I'd just do it. Have like a monitor him for a week or a month after that and see if it happens once or twice more. Then you say, okay, dude, you've been doing it too often.
But yeah, it's like, dude, that was a one-time thing. It's never going to happen again. He understands. Like,
yeah, and just let it go. Because it's like the whole perfect... They're not robots.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the thing with that. This one, I want to show people this one. Did you see the Acer 14,000 Predator Throne?
No. Oh wait, is this the one that like it puts you in that cockpit practically, and then it like slowly lifts? I think I've seen one of Logitech, and they talked about that.
And of course, the news app
It
doesn't
might
work.
not
Piece
be
of
the
crap.
same one.
Anyway, I can't show you people, but Shroud, I think, was photo edited, shopped into one, or you got to use one. But anyway, it looks dope. Like, I don't know the details of it though. I was gonna read it during the stream real quick.
At pretty much $14,000.
What's the resolution on those puppies? 4K monitors?
In the article that you posted, it's not saying resolution.
Yeah, it's in gadgets, so it's probably just gonna be.
It just says it's a ridiculous price.
It's just probably gonna be like summarized for the normal like tech savvy person. Okay, people. So anyway, the Acer Pro, I'm gonna get one of those one of these days. And my Memoji is failing up the wazoo. It's like choppy and getting frozen here and there. So whatever.
It's overheating. It's like, help.
Help me. So anyway, we're at the 36-minute mark. So what do you say we go into games we played?
Yeah, I guess we could. To be honest, recently I just kind of been not playing a whole lot. Because I've been working
Waiting for Gears?
Well, yeah, that's really what it is. Like, I'm at this point where I kind of just played a bunch of games kind of too much, and I'm just like, I don't know what to play. I'm just waiting for Gears at this point. And also, I did a whole bunch of car repairs, I guess. I was working on a bunch of the cars that we have in front of our house.
Oh, yeah.
I swapped out like a bunch of tires to like rotate some tires as well as like take ones off of cars we weren't using that actually had nice tires, put it on the ones that we were using, and then we had to change out like the oil, and then you also have the transmission fluid and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, I was just working on the cars for.
And by the way, people, he's got tons of cars at his place.
Yeah, it looks like we're having a party at our house all the time because there's so many cars. Like we have like, I don't know, like 6 to 7 cars constantly in front of our house.
Yep, pretty much.
And but yeah, like that's what we were doing and I did that with my dad, and it was good. And then the games I really just played in the meantime of that was Diablo 3. Actually, I went back to playing that just for the new season that came out, season 18.
Did you get bored right after?
I got the character all the way to 770, got a decent amount of items all the way to Torment level 10, and then I got bored.
And Diablo served this purpose.
But I mainly did it because I was playing with my cousin at that time, and we were like leveling up together, and then just doing that for a fun thing. And
there was a social implication there.
Yeah, I mainly did it for that reason. And then the second reason is because it's new season. I wanted to try it out. There really wasn't as much added to it, but they are actually with Diablo 3, they did post out that they are continuing to work on it. And it's not really in maintenance mode. Like, it kind of is, but they are planning on working more into it. Take legendary items that are, that really don't have an ability to them, like a legendary ability, or just have a crappy one, and then change it up and add more to that. And so technically they're adding more new legendaries, but they're old modeled, so they use the same model, but they're adding new legendary abilities to them. So they are planning on continuing to do that, and I think they mentioned 2 new set items that they're planning on adding. They haven't talked about it, but yeah, so they are adding new stuff to the game, and they're planning on adding more in the future.
When's BlizzCon? This year?
Yeah, BlizzCon is going to be November 4th?
Dude, I just realized Apple Arcade in Diablo Eternal, man.
Yeah, so actually it's very interesting about that Diablo Immortal, because it's kind of almost dropped off. Yeah, it dropped off the face of the earth. No one, everyone kind of forgot about it.
I haven't heard anything.
And you're like, oh yeah, is that a thing?
Fart.
is that happening? Did they totally just decide not to have that happen? And what my opinion is, and what they're doing, is that they're just letting all of the hype, or not hype,
negative.
Opposite of hype, but the negative feedback of it just kind of die down, and actually after BlizzCon probably announce Diablo 4, and then announce that they're
this time they're going to do it, right?
Or just come out during BlizzCon and they're just will have it come out right then and there.
And
But they'll make sure to announce Diablo 4 before doing it, like they should have done last year.
I think that's what they'll do. Yeah, I can totally see them being like,
which
Diablo
is smart.
4,
If they did it that way, actually, people would probably be more willing to play the game on the phone because they gave them what they want. Or this is my second thing: is that they are actually in the development of making a PC version of that game, because that was another controversial thing that was brought up. Is that like, where's the PC version of this? Like, I know you want to do the app or whatever, I don't care, on the phone, as long as you also bringing some of that content to the PC, because there was actually some really interesting things that are in Diablo Immortal, so they might be doing that as well.
Okay.
Mind you, that's just my speculation. I think probably the first one is going to be more like what they're going to do.
Did you play, moving on to Wolfenstein or Doom? You played Doom. Have you seen Wolfenstein 2?
I've seen it. I've never played it. I don't think I really want to. But I know it's similar to kind of Doom and how like you just blood, guts, everything. You're just constantly killing, just Nazi killing.
Instead of aliens or Nazis. I actually enjoyed it. I actually like the story. There's this one part, which I think it's cool. Just how natural it flowed and just how chill it just took it. Because I just
Doom, man, that one. Oh, I like that one.
I laugh at people that like it just blows my mind. Like the whole breastfeeding thing in public. Like people make a big issue about it.
You know that used to be way more popular in the past, and people do that all the time, and it's only now where it's like...
Yeah, and then it's like...
Why is it a big thing? Like, that's just normal. And actually, especially amongst... I think it's... I want to say this right, like either Mexico or Mexican
Latin America, they do it. And
they do it a lot. Like, that's just normal.
Yeah, in Latin America, it happens all the time. And of course, there was this thing where even Latin America, they'll be like, at least put like a cover over it maybe at times. Don't just go just
straight out boob
in a bus next to someone or whatever. But then, like, that consideration was mostly influenced from, like, coming from America.
Wait, wasn't there like a stream on Twitch where the person was breastfeeding?
There was one like that too, and then there was like
and they never got demonetized for that.
No, they got banned.
Did they?
They did for a little bit, or at least they got told they wasn't, and then they reverted it.
No, I mean, I think when it first came out, there was no flack. Like, no one said anything about it, or at least they didn't do anything about it until a lot of people were talking about it. And
it's
then
just,
it happened.
I know that it's ridiculous.
And then you have the cat thing too, was stupid.
Okay, the cat's like way different though, but like the breastfeeding for me is just so like, people, like, it just blew my mind that it actually became an issue.
Yeah.
That I was like, wait, so for real, we're having this discussion if it's being sexualized? Like, how can you? I can see a little like how, but at the same time, like, enough people actually get like sexualized, turned on by that. It's like, well, it's a fetching baby eating.
Well, I know, and I don't think it's really like a. And for me, I would say it's less of a turn on, and it's more of like a man's instinct comes out when it's like a woman breastfeeding. I don't know what that would mean, but
I don't know.
But I know there's like a part of a man when it's like children, motherhood, and then you just want to.
I can see that part
where you find that, I guess, attractive because it's like. I don't know. Never mind.
And I think it was more like the whole thing of. I don't think it's the issues mostly if you're turned on or attracted to it. I think that's actually, you're free to be turned on if you want to.
I think it's that it sexualizes the
or
thing.
Even if you want to sexualize, for me it'd be like, whatever, man. If it turns you on, go ahead.
No,
but
it doesn't have to be sexualized to be turned.
But I think I'm talking about the issue. I think comes when you tell the person that they shouldn't be doing it because it's inappropriate. Just because you get turned on by it doesn't mean that the person should like reacting a certain way.
I know it's kind of a
because it's kind of like a natural thing, like like let's just call it, it's a baby being fed.
Well, mind you, a person that I have 11 people in my family, and I have a bunch of sister-in-laws, and I've seen plenty of my breastfeeding in my life where it's literally just like pulling it out right there and just breastfeeding, and I'm like, this is happening.
Yeah, like, and so
for me, I guess I am used to it enough where it's just like not really a huge thing for me because it's like
it's just whatever.
People just, it's not a big thing anymore. Like, people don't have a bunch of kids where they can't just cover up and everything. They just, like, the kid's crying, boob.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and like you said, Latin America, I'm used to it. Like in public, I'll be at McDonald's, and then there'll be like 5 women breastfeeding. I'll be like, it's okay, cool. Like, where's my quarter pounder? oh, it's more expensive now. Thanks. Well, you know, like that's what I'm gonna think about. Not like, oh gosh, let's get
as long
rid of
as
them.
she doesn't like after she takes the kid off, her boobs just hanging out there for a while. But if she like, you know, does the whole thing where she takes it off and then slips down, like, you know, and it's like a quick, where maybe you might get a shot of it, but it's more of like, you know, you don't just stare at a woman when she's breastfeeding, like you're just like,
yeah, exactly. Weird. And so it just in Wolfenstein 2, there's a scene where he gets to the top of the Empire State and building, and then there's this black woman, and she's nuts, man. At the beginning, she does some stuff that you're like, whoa, man, this girl's got style. And then out of nowhere, she just pulls this baby and starts breastfeeding him in the game, and then that just made me laugh while I was like watching it, because I was like, I just remember all this controversy that was around that stuff that I'm like, I'm glad the developers like put it in the game to kind of like, and it's so natural in the game that I'm like, see. There we go. Hopefully a 12-year-old's playing Wolfenstein looking at this crap, which they shouldn't be. Because Wolfenstein, 12-year-olds shouldn't be playing Wolfenstein.
There's nothing stranger than a woman, like, yelling or bashing at you as she's breastfeeding.
Yeah, that I will
where it's
say.
like, she doesn't even, it's like she talks to you like there's nothing happening here, but there totally is.
And well, they're, mostly,
it's like totally
I've
natural.
Seen it happen
like,
to me when I'm like, they were mad at me. And because of something I did when I was young, and my brain at least was like, what's going on?
No, I've had it happen where they're just having a completely normal conversation and talking to me, and they're breastfeeding. I was like, I'm sorry, but this is a little bit weird. Like, I know you're acting like nothing's going on, and I know you're covered up, but like, you're still breastfeeding a child in front of me as you talk.
Let us know in the comments, peeps. If you have anything to say about that? But anyway, yeah, those are the games I've played. Metro Exodus, which I wish I would kept playing it. God of War, still finishing it up. Shadow of the Colossus, still finishing it up.
Finished God of War?
The first one, no.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I finished the most recent one.
Okay.
But not the first one.
All right, I see what you're saying.
Let's see. I'm playing. I decided. What was the game? Oh, Devil May Cry 5 I started, and I actually enjoyed it a lot.
Devil May Cry. Dude, I've been kind of wanting to try that game.
Is it on the game? It's on the Game Pass, but
because on Steam there's a bunch of, it came on a deal several times, and I've been wanting, but I still have games I haven't even beaten. What is it? Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah,
the newest one. I haven't beaten that one yet.
We're running out of juice.
Oh no. Well, we're almost done anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm just gonna plug it in case. But anyway, yeah, I think I'll leave it that. Other news, it made me laugh. The reason why I put this up is I wanted to let people know this, but it just made me laugh a bit. So Planned Parenthood birth control app to be available nationwide by next year. So apparently the app, all you're going to do is educate you on birth control stuff, which I think it's good for educating people. Because all these teenage pregnancies and unwanted pregnancies, I'm like, come on, people.
A lot of it is just, if they would have just known.
Yeah.
It would have been prevented. And then the other parts of it is that it's out of just stupidity.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, you just do it out of ignorance. Like, you're just doing it, and then you just ignore the fact that, yeah, you're going to get, biology, you know, like, it's going to happen if you do that.
Or I will get her. It's just like, and so I'm all for it, educating people on that, because there's so many methods of it, and when it happens, I'm like, and the conversations that I've had with these people is like, did you know about this? And usually they know about the basics, but they were like, yeah, I just ignored it. And I was like, oh.
It's true.
And when they do, or some usually,
or then in the back of their head they're just thinking, well, I could just get an abortion if that happens.
Yeah, and so I just like it. It's just, I laughed because it's till 2020. It's like, dude, like, how hard is it to make one of these apps? But anyway, you can download it starting next year.
Dude, I had actually a conversation with a friend, my brother's friend, about this, because he believes in the abortion end of things and talking about Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
And then me against that. But in the conversation that we actually came to an agreement is like, it's the education thing. We both agree on like the best way to prevent any of this, and the goal about it is just educating people.
Yeah.
Because then you just have less of it.
Well, and then I would add, though, in like Latin countries, the problem is not educating, is actually people being able to reach or afford these things. Because, like, at least in Latin countries, afford it. Like condoms don't work. Like condoms, it's whatever. But for the women's side, like their pills, their UIDs, all those stuff, there's no funding for it, at least in those in Latin countries. And so on the man side, sure, you can get condoms probably even free at school, but on the women's side, unless you get the condom and get called a slut for it, then women don't do it. They'll just be like, I hope the man does it, and then he's in more control over the woman.
Yeah, and that's less likely if actually the girl's getting the condoms probably always, because you just like, put this on or nothing's happening.
And so that's the part, at least that's a cultural thing rather than, like, I'm just saying, pointing out the funding part of it, but also the cultural shaming that is there, which is dumb. But anyway, peeps, educate yourself, stay put. People for the hurricane, I think it's past Miami now. I hope you're alive. I hope you're well. Let us know in the comments if you have to go through it. And it looks like it'll be gone by the time Gears comes out, so you will all be able to play it. And sorry about my stuttering on my phone. Like, I just noticed, it's gonna be so choppy. You'll see it, Orvin. Like, it's just today the iPhone. Yeah, the iPhone today, it only lasts like 30 seconds to a minute, and then it starts freezing for a whole 10 seconds. But anyway, peeps, that's it for today.
Sorry about my horrible reading. I totally butchered that.
Okay, peeps, that's the Endcast. I'm just waiting for the phone to freeze so I can finish talking. You've been fed. Keep us up on the Nward07 on social media, and then Orvin13. I think he's still blocked or locked out of his account.
I just can't comment on anything.
Okay.
I can read it.
But it's hot in here because the AC just turned off, so we're going to get out of here. And we'll talk to you all next time.
See ya.